A couple months ago, the company who owns the rights to Attack on Titan threatened to copyright strike AOT Revolution. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the entire copyright situation, including why they had to change the logo, why they changed the logo to this one in particular, how this affects the game as a whole, and I'm going to be explaining how this whole copyright situation actually ties in with the allegations that happened a couple weeks ago, and a bunch of other secret stuff that I don't think anybody knows that's very heavily impacted the game behind the scenes. I'm also going to be going over a bunch of new Update 2 news, including a release date and just a bunch of good news for the game's future again. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First, I'm going to be explaining the whole copyright situation between the people who own Attack on Titan and Attack on Titan Revolution, because a lot of legal stuff has gone on behind the scenes, and the owners haven't really been vocal about this, but it also does explain a lot of the drama that went on with the whole investor share percentage allegations that happened a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to be going over the allegations specifically, just explaining how some of it pertains to this topic. So first, if you didn't know, Kodansha is the company who owns the rights to Attack on Titan. They were actually the publisher for the official Attack on Titan manga. So even though Hajime Isayama is the creator of Attack on Titan, he's the guy who wrote all the mangas and stuff, Kodansha is the company who actually produced and published the mangas to the public. And so they own the IP rights to Attack on Titan. They own the copyright to it. So Attack on Titan Revolution came out, and once it started to pick up some steam, I guess somebody from Kodansha saw the game, and because AOT Revolution uses music from Attack on Titan, they have the name, they have the logo, they have all the names of the characters, the ODM gear, everything from Attack on Titan in the game, but they don't have a license to it. Kodansha actually said, "We're going to copyright claim you unless we give you a license in return for something." That's how stuff like this usually works. The company who owns the rights to something will give you the license to use their product in return for, let's say, a percentage of the revenue earned from whatever it is. So in this case, Kodansha contacted the owners of Attack on Titan Revolution and said, "We'll give you the license to use our name and our logo and our music and everything from Attack on Titan, but in return, you have to give us 50% of the revenue made from the game." So here you can say how EK was talking about how they were actually going to be DMCA'd, and this is when Kodansha contacted them and said that you need to give us 50% of the revenue from this game, or else we're going to sue you, basically. And this is actually the part that has to do with all the allegations. So if you didn't know, there was a huge scandal where basically people were saying that the owners like EK and Evo basically suddenly started to remove the percentages of the investors who bought shares of the game when it was first being created. If you don't know anything about the allegations, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I would just look it up somewhere else. But basically, this is why the owners had to take percentage from the investors, because Kodansha is now taking 50% of the revenue earned from Attack on Titan Revolution, and the owners couldn't afford to start paying 50% along with the percent that their investors had bought. So because Kodansha basically sued them and is now taking 50%, they had to cut the investors' percentages. It really sucks, but that's why they had to do it. However, this wasn't the only thing that AOT Revolution had to change because of the copyright. Recently, you might have seen that they changed the logo for the game. This is the new logo right here. A lot of people have been absolutely dissing it. No one likes it. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think it's horrible, but I do prefer the old logo. But the owner of AOT Revolution didn't actually want to do this. This is because Kodansha said that they have to use this logo as part of their license. If you didn't know, this logo right here is actually the logo of the official Attack on Titan mangas. You can look up any of the mangas, you might have some of them. This is the logo they use on the cover of all of the officially licensed Attack on Titan mangas that were published by Kodansha. So even though this logo is also the official Attack on Titan logo for the anime, and the old AOT Revolution logo was basically just this logo, but like in 3D. So I don't know why Kodansha didn't just let them keep their old logo, because it was basically just another one of their officially licensed logos. But that's besides the point. So yeah, that's why they actually had to change that logo to what it is now. Kodansha made them in order for them to be able to keep the game up, because or else they would get sued. And I actually find it interesting, you might have not realized, but this logo, which was one of the thumbnails they used on the Roblox game's homepage, actually just disappeared after this update. Like if you go into the game and scroll through all the thumbnails, this old logo is just completely gone, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that's the whole copyright copyright situation explained. I hope that made sense. It's a bunch of legal stuff. It's kind of confusing to understand, but that's all the stuff that went on behind the scenes. But now we have a bunch of brand new Update 2 news, including a release date that I'll talk about in just a few seconds. But first of all, they just recently made it so that codes now expire after 4 days instead of 3. So a lot of people who have been watching my videos have said that the codes have been expiring quickly, so this should help with that because now the codes expire a day later. But now we have an estimated release date for Update 2 from the owner himself. He said, in regard to Update 2, it should be ready in the next week or two. Keep in mind, this comment was made on August 2nd. He said, this is me guessing, it could be earlier or later. A lot of the internal issues have been resolved and we are back on track. So this is really good. A week or two isn't that bad, and he's saying that a lot of the issues they've had have been resolved and they're back on their schedule and their normal work routine, so this should be really good for the game's future now. If you watched my last video, you'll know that they're actually hiring a bunch of new developers, which is really good for the game. And after he said that the update would be ready in the next week or two, he said that he was looking for a new sound effects artist and that he found one only like an hour later. So basically they just hired another sound effects artist, which will just help the updates come out quicker, which again is really good. The fact that they're hiring a bunch of new developers is really good because it means they're committed to this game and that they're planning on it surviving in the long run. And with all these new developers, the updates will take way less time to come out. And after that, he said because Update 1 was such a mess, they're actually looking for new testers for Update 2, and he put up an application for people to sign up to be testers for the game. So again, it's just really good overall. They're doing a lot of work getting new developers and testers to make sure the game continues the quality it's had and the updates keep coming out. However, it's not all completely sunshine and rainbows. He said that the update should only be out in a week or two, but if I were to guess, I would say the bare minimum would be 2 weeks because, again, if you didn't watch my last video, the reason this update has been taking so long is actually because there was a bug with the scaling for the animations for the missions. So Pico, who is the rigger for the game, actually messed up the animations for all of the titans for the missions, and because of this, Evo couldn't complete the missions that he was working on because the animations were broken. And Pico said that it should only take a couple days to fix it, but it's been several days and all he's completed is the Attack Titan animation rigging fix. So it's been several days. He said it would only take 2 days, and he's only a quarter of the way done. And because of this, Evo's work still hasn't progressed at all. So I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty bad. It's still looking like there's going to be a lot of work they still need to do to complete this update, but hopefully they can get it done in 2 weeks. And hopefully within that time period, they'll start releasing these secret leaks that I have to the public. As soon as these leaks come out to the public, I can release a full video covering all of it, but until those leaks come out, I cannot make that video. But anyways, that's the entire copyright suing situation that went down behind the scenes, and how it changed a lot of stuff, and how it actually delayed a bunch of the updates. They had to resolve all this copyright with Kodansha, and they had to go through all of that drama with the whole investor share percentage and everything because they basically got sued, and that delayed these updates by a lot. But now that that's all resolved, updates should actually come out bi-weekly now. I know a lot of people are losing hope and they're saying the game's gonna die, but I mean, that's a lot of legal stuff they had to deal with, and their development team was very small, so they're struggling to keep up with the quality and the release dates. But now that they've solved the legal stuff with Kodansha, they have a license to the game, and they're hiring more developers, the game's future is actually looking very bright, and I'm very optimistic for the game's future. I know a lot of people are hating for the owners and the developers, but I really do think they're super talented, and they're trying their best behind the scenes. They just honestly aren't very good at communicating that, which they've also said they're trying to improve upon. So it makes it seem like they're just doing nothing and the whole community is tearing them apart for it. But they have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and I hope I was able to explain all of that clearly. But anyways, like and subscribe if you enjoy this video and you're looking forward to more content on this game in the future. These videos take a lot of time to create, so it would really motivate me to keep making these if you subscribed. And if you didn't know, for only $1 a month, you can become a member to this channel. I'll add you on Roblox with a cool badge and some cool emojis next to your name in all video comment sections and live streams. And you'll get a custom YouTube member role in my Discord server, which comes with a bunch of perks. Speaking of that, if you haven't already, join my brand new Discord server. It's really cool. We just hit like 1,000 members in the Discord server, which is insane. It's a really good server for everything around my channel and AOT Revolution as a whole. You can give me video suggestions, sessions, you can talk with other people, you can look for teammates for AOT Revolution. And coolest of all, there's a custom bot where you can roll for items and clans from AOT Revolution in the server. And if you roll something like a Beast Titan serum, you'll automatically be given a Beast Titan roll in the Discord server. It's a really high quality bot. Everybody loves it. It's really cool, so I would highly recommend joining the Discord server. I'll also be doing huge gem giveaways in Attack on Titan Revolution on my Discord server, so make sure to join if you want to participate in those. Link will be in the description. It's completely free to join. It takes like 10 seconds. Really quickly, I just want to give a shout out to all my members. We're over 50 at this point. It's absolutely insane. Your guys' support has been crazy, so thank you for all the support. I really appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, I'm really hopeful for this game's future. I can't wait to keep making videos on it, and as soon as updates come, I'm going to be releasing banger videos. I have lots of really good ideas, so if you want to see those, make sure to subscribe. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.